Hey guys, Charles Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Blokees Transformers Rise of the Beasts Classic Class Scourge. So here he is, and now before we ask Jaws, why do you have Scourge in his robot mode? Like, don't you start in alt mode? Well, here's the thing. He only has a robot mode. There's no alt mode, no transformation whatsoever. And before you all complain, that's kind of part of the idea here, because, well, just as I mentioned, this is a model kit, hence Blokees. Basically, they're not really blocks, but, pieces, that come together and, form a figure, model kit, of course. And, they're simplified just a little, but I'd say they're effective enough, but... these been around for like a year and a half or so, but I got this kit like at least a month ago, but like a few months ago I bought some other Blokees, like the mystery boxes. I'd say they're pretty interesting stuff. I kind of like them. So then about a month ago I found the Scourge, and I'm like, you know what, why not pick him up? I think I found this guy like in FYE. So, here's the box, and wow, that's pretty reflective. But there it is. You can see my ring light. So, it's really nice. It kind of looks, stupid here on camera, but in person, it's much better. It almost looks like it's saying Blokees. I almost thought that's how it's pronounced, but then I heard in some other reviews that's Blokees. So I'm like, okay, I guess that makes more sense. But yeah. Transformers model kits, it's really cool. It's like almost holographic. And you got all this right down here. And here's the top of the box. He does not look happy. Here's the bottom. Here's this side. And here's the other side. And finally, here is the back. So it gives you like a little bio here, which is something you don't really see on Transformers these days. It gives you the height, his function, faction, and everything. And it's promoting the classic class Bumblebee, which I think I did see, but I haven't picked him up yet. I might, considering I like the Scourge, I might get the Bumblebee as well. That's pretty much it for the box. So, let's bring Scourge right back in. So here he is in all his glory. He's tiny, he's puny now, but I quite dig it. Up close, let's take a look at the head sculpt. It's nice. I'm just not huge about the mouth area. It just, I don't know, they could have made it look better, add more paint or whatever. It's kind of just a bland gray plastic, and honestly don't know how I feel about that, but everything else looks nice, nice kind of like almost metallic looking gray plastic. Here is the back. I really like it. It's all mechanical looking, which is how he appeared in the movie. So now one feature I want to get out of the way, just in case it starts like being noticeable, you guys are like, wait, what's going on? So something really cool is that if you tap like somewhere like in his chest or something, or his head, there is a light up gimmick. Kind of like with the almost like the 3-0 in a way. So you just have to tap it. I think there you go. So you have to tap the chest, and his eye, not only do his eyes light up, but even like his throat and his abdomen a bit. So I think that looks really cool, and you kind of, if you look closely, you can kind of see the main glowing area, which sort of resembles a spark. Can you remove this? I forgot. It's been a while since I put this together. You can. So you could see it. That's supposed to be the actual light or whatever, but you can almost pretend it's like his spark. But it's really cool with that the orange translucent plastic. But let me go ahead and reattach this. Here, one sec. Alright, so I got that taken care of. a little loose. There you go. And you got back in. So yeah, there's that. Now accessories, he's got a sword. It's on a ball joint. You can remove it if you want. I think since it's a little. So obviously you can't. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can't get out. It's a pretty tight ball joint. It's small, but don't underestimate it. It's pretty tight. There's that. And for the shoulder pads, that's right. He does actually have another set of shoulder pads. So these are the ones used in the final film, but it does give you the option to give him the ones they had for his concept art, which was seen on the Studio Series figure. And here they are. I do dig them, but of course I prefer, the accuracy of the final film, so I gave him these ones. And actually, if you look closely, you can see kind of silhouettes of the Autobot Maxima logos here. And then there's an Autobot logo there. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay. So yeah, you can pop these off, and you can attach these ones on. So if you prefer kind of like how he looked in the concept art, and see his light activation one on, that's why I decided to get that out of the way. And yeah, you can do like the same thing here, and just attach this right on. There we go. There you guys have that right there. I think it looks pretty cool. It does look more menacing, I will say. But I'm more film accuracy kind of guy. Although technically, or if they didn't change things around, this would have been film accurate, but in the end it wasn't. So yeah. But yeah, that's an option. So that's cool. They do give you little options. They don't have anything else, like you can't change out the head, because he did have his head design was slightly different. You couldn't see his mouth really good on the original design. It was sort of like almost looked like he had a battle mask. Basically, if you want to see what that one looked like, there's probably renders online. And of course, if you own the Studio Series Scourge, the Rise of the Beast one, obviously, then you should notice. Yeah, you can barely tell. Like, it's like, wait, where's his mouth at? Especially since it was quite prevalent in the final film. Yeah, so kind of a shame that was the case. So yeah. And what's cool about these is that they're not too hard to build. It's not gonna like stress you out to the point where your hairs are going gray or anything. Pretty simple. Little pieces. You just gotta make sure you don't lose any of them. But that shouldn't be too hard to do unless you're pretty very, very clumsy. And I just want to show off the instructions. These are kind of what these look like. Here's the back. Kind of reflected a little bit. Yeah, this is really cool here. They kind of recreate one of the posters for the film, and I dig that. I should get like the rest of these, because these are pretty nice. Here's this, a little profile. I actually really dig the instructions here. There's all this right around here. Let me see if there's anything else on this side. No, not really. We saw this stuff already. So, yeah, really nice. They didn't have to go all out for the instructions, but they still did. Other accessories include these right here. These little flame pieces. It's like, okay, would this fit anywhere in him? And the answer is no. But it's meant for something else. We'll get into that in a bit. But first, before I forget, let me do the articulation. So the neck is on a ball joint. I'm not sure if the individual head's not on a ball joint. It was like that in the Studio Series, so I'm kind of a little confused with that. Let's see. So yeah, the head can move up and down, side to side tilt. Shoulders on ball joints can move full 180 there. 9-degree movement here at the shoulders. Bicep swivel. Bend at the knee, or not the knee, the elbow. Ball joint at this wrist. Same thing here for most of the arm, except for this hand. He does have wrist swivel, and all 4 of his claws can move. And of course, he's got his little cannon there, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, he does have waist swivel. Legs can kick up this far, back that far, and then outwards that much. Now here's the knees, and yes, they do bend. And he does also have a swivel movement right here, although it kind of loosens things up just a little, or not really. Let's see, ankles do pivot, yeah, they do pivot. So you can move them however you like, and that's it. Yeah, that's pretty simple. And he's got like this piece right here that attaches to like close to the toes. That's supposed to smoothen things out right here, you know, kind of add a bit more layers. So I dig that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for posability. But anyways, yeah, let's take a look at the thing I was talking about, and that is his base plate. So here it is right here. It's pretty simple, you know. You got the Terracon logo, and you know, the Blokees logo, or Blokees. I get a kick out of that. And the Rise of the Beast logo, all this down here, copyright stuff, and kind of more of that sort of jungle theme we saw throughout the Rise of the Beast toy line, which was, surprise, surprise, 2 years ago almost, which is insane. But yeah, and of course you got Scourge here, just peeking. Down here, not really a lot. But yeah, I think yeah, these are stickers, so you just have to, you know, put them on. Luckily though, it's kind of already framed out for you because there's holes cut out for, you know, the different little pegs. So hey, that's good. But yeah, so you can attach Scourge right here. There's holes at the soles of his feet, and you can just put them in right there. So, you know, you can pose them however you like. You know, you just have him looking at his giant claw hand, or doing something with his sword arm. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it. But anyways, getting back to those flame pieces, let me just show those off a bit better. Here's one of them, and I think yeah, they're both the exact same. So it's yeah, translucent, like a reddish orange plastic. So yeah, there's two holes, if you noticed before, right here and also right here, and you could just put them right here. There's like these posts, and you could attach them right on the edges of both sides. And there we go. Now you can kind of recreate like pretty much any scene with him, but especially, you know, the museum bow scene, which is more on the lawn of the museum, not the actual one, or inside. Yeah, pretty cool, you know. And of course that was the intention, because, you know, I mentioned about the cross compatibility with the Bumblebee model kit, you know, where he's spoiler alert for those who still haven't seen the movie after almost 2 years, before he gets stabbed to death, and during that scene. But don't worry, he comes back to life. Yep, because Bumblebee kids and everything. Yeah, Hasbro thinks everyone's still obsessed with Bumblebee, which technically I guess most are, but not as much as like 15 years ago. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I attached this all the way. I think I got it. So yeah, there's that. But here, I just want to remove this right here. I just want to show off like a quick little size comparison, just so you know how big this classic class is. I think this is the first time, like, in Transformers history that there's been a classic class, although technically this is more for Blokees. And, you know, it's funny, I don't even know what else Blokees does outside of Transformers. Like, you know, they have the different, like, the movie stuff, the G1, I think they even do Beast Wars. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what else they do aside, like, the Transformers. Do they do anything else? I don't know. Comment down below, I guess. But so here's a Blokees Classic Class figure next to a Legacy Evolution figure. Here he is with Tarn, who I'm sure people are now finally going to be able to get soon, because he's been re-released. I think he's out now, the final wave of Legacy United, and yeah, so more people can get this. But yeah, that's how he scales, you know, with the current day Voyager figure. And yeah, it's, you know, kind of an odd comparison, but I don't own any of these other. Well, I do own other Blokees, just none like in this scale, and they're G1 oriented, so it would make sense for a movie character. So I just want to show off, you know, for those who are kind of like, you know, how big is this guy? Is this guy like, I don't know, like 10 inches tall, or is he a tiny one? He's just kind of like in between. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say right here. So there you guys have my review for the Blokees Transformers Rise of the Beasts Classic Class Scourge. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of a different review. You know, it's not the typical, you know, alt mode comparison, then transformation, then robot mode, then comparison, or something. No, it's something different. It's still a Transformer technically, but, well, it's a Transformer character, but in model kit form, you know, so it's something a little bit different. And I just kind of want to give my thoughts on my first taste here in the water, or my first. I don't know how it all goes, but yeah, but what I think, you know, kind of Blokees so far, and you know, I really enjoy them. You know, I mean, they don't transform, but it's like for these, it kind of makes up for it because they're simple, but also, you know, complex in other ways too. And they're affordable. I mean, this is only $20, I think, or even no, it might have been $15. I forget. It was somewhere between the margin of $15-$20 USD. So, yeah, I think, you know, he's pretty good. Like, and if you get like those blind boxes, they're only like $5 each. Like that's pretty good. So, and I do like, you know, the options. You know, like they include his concept art shoulder pads, which weren't necessary, but they still decided to put them in anyways, and I think, you know, it's pretty nice. You know, I mean, he doesn't really come with any other accessories, you know, aside from the flame ones, but I mean, even those, it's still nice that they added it. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and I appreciate it. And I do like the layup thing too. That's probably like one of my favorite parts. So yeah, overall, you know, if you find this guy or in any of the other ones, then I highly recommend getting him. The only problem is that I don't see a lot of these anywhere. Like I think I found this like in FYE somewhere out of state, so it's yeah. So I mean, it's not really easy for me to find these guys in the store, at least where I'm at. But hopefully, you know, I'll get the rest maybe online. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. So yeah, anyways guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this model kit. So anyways guys, as always, till all, R1.